human-robot interaction. And I'm going to bounce my idea off you. Before I do, I want to request that the experts in the audience, this professor, has no questions. The general area is the area of autonomy. And so I have this slide up here. And that's because, in the course of the career, there are buzzwords that come up, where the government says, oh, this is optical computing. Everybody rushes over to optical computing. And then they say, oh, now it's warping, and everybody rushes over to warping. And so now it's autonomy. What does that mean? You can ask 5 autonomy experts, and you'll get 6 answers. And so they ask me, what is this? And I told you, it's about as confusing. This is how confusing the word autonomy is. Is it control? Is it intelligence? Is it artificial intelligence? I mean, what is it? Yeah, what is autonomy? I can't find that. So, this is my idea, okay? And it's my idea, and I'm entitled to give you my perspective on it, all right? And I want to hear back from you. About 5 years ago, there was an earthquake on the East Coast. It shut down roads. It shut down cellular communication. The local fire department and first responders went into a bit of a panic because we have a nuclear power plant. It's called Surrey Nuclear Power Plant. And they wanted to know if anything had cracked and if there was a hazmat. But they couldn't get to it. Because the roads were shut down, they couldn't even use cell phones. And so the fire chief in my area vowed to never let that happen again. And he went and talked to the experts. Okay, you know how we experts are. The experts said, well, you need an unmanned aerial vehicle. Now, do I say class or how do I address this word? Do I say class? Folks, 5 years ago, there were no drones. There were UAVs. They generally were military and very costly. In the military, they don't operate drones with one pilot. Global Hawk, I think, takes 172 people for one Global Hawk. So when he inquired, they said, oh, you need something called a Shadow. It's $1 million. And don't worry, the local National Guard unit will help you fly it. And so frustrated, he didn't know what to do. And somebody said, well, there's this mad scientist, Hathaway, and he has some crazy ideas and you might want to talk to him. So here we go. He comes to me. He says, I'm a first responder. I don't want to learn to fly anything. I want to do my first response job. Oh, and by the way, I want to pay for the vehicle with discretion. And those were our rules. We ended up interviewing first responders all over the country. We ended up learning a concept of operation. And from that, we came up with the idea that first responders work well with service dogs. And service dogs work well with first responders. It's this crazy symbiotic relationship between the two of them. If you ever seen, sometimes commands and words are not necessary. In the performance of a mission, one takes over and the other one stands fast. The other takes over and the other one stands fast. And sometimes they do it simultaneously. It's a thing of beauty. And so I wanted to teach a grown to be a service canine. Don't laugh at me. And so I came up with this idea of the aerial canine. And we're going to talk about that. So that is not a new idea. This is what they call an ecological approach. The small UAVs for first responders. If you think about these drones that are supposed to be working with humans as mechanical aids, just like a dog, a dog has senses we don't have. And so the dog has assets that extend our capabilities. Smell, hearing. I think a dog has a nose that's 42 times more sensitive than our own. And so when I started thinking about that, because that's exactly what I want a drone to do, extend the capabilities of first responders in real time. I realized that my dog can sleep around on the couch all the time and gets all crazy. It's really a biological robot. And so I started to try to develop this with me, a control architecture that mimics that. As soon as I say a control architecture, that's a different story. There's one thing to get up here and install the words that you want to do this, but as soon as you say a control architecture, well, that has to be rigorous. That has to involve our canonical state-based form. That has to please people that want to do LQG, LTR, H-infinity, MOUSE. I mean, it's got to be rigorous. So that's where we begin. Ethology is the scientific study of animal behavior. And my view, and I need your feedback, is to mimic the relationship between a human and an animal, a human and a service dog, in the performance of first responder conduct. And I'm particularly interested in large-scale disasters. There's been a lot of them lately. Something on Aleppo. That's kind of a disaster. You got kids buried under rope over vast distances. And you got first responders and all that chaos and mess trying to get the people in minimum time and save lives. I want to build a drone that can assist those first responders on that path. It does a couple of things. It makes fundamental contributions to control. It makes me feel like my life as an engineer is working. It's doing something. It's servicing the community. And so I'm interested in looking at this blend between humans and animals. Think about it as this blend between a canine and a human. It's a dance. My wife is listening to this, so I'll probably get in trouble when I get back, but we took ballroom dancing lessons. And I learned one person leads and the other follows. It's a blend to achieve a certain mission. And I'm interested in taking a look at this model with human-robot interaction. Motivation. My aerial canine, my first responders, they used to work effectively with canine service down. Brown has a $30 million a year first responder training unit. And so we interviewed the director and the people there. I need a control architecture because I need to put this in a formal architecture. I need to have a formal structure, a method of actually doing this. I need to write journal papers right there, and I need to teach classes on this. I'm not going to read everything, but the whole idea is that my drone now can be an effective member of a human-robot team and can reduce the workload, can protect the first responder team by guiding them safely and efficiently to targets of interest. This team, in a wide area disaster scenario, is going to work together to collect data, send it to the brigade chief for improved situational awareness, and then helping humans carry out the task of search and rescue to save lives. I found out that DOD has search and rescue missions as well as humans. There are a couple of scenarios that I'm going to show you. You've got 4 or 5 first responder teams spread over large areas. You've got targets of interest that need to be identified and characterized, and you need to guide those teams efficiently to the targets. That's a type of path planning decision. What are your targets of interest? Humans, fires, damaged structures. You don't want to guide your team through hazardous materials, especially if they've been chemical agents used for release. Floods. And so these are the targets of interest. Your aerial canine can be equipped with ears, eyes, nose, and a mouth. Not the bite, but the bark, okay? To alert. And so I went through and said, okay, I want to equip my aerial canine with these abilities to identify targets of interest. Can I detect those? And yes, there's different kinds of sensors that I can use on the drone to allow me to conduct this mission and detect these things. So now, this is the CONOPS of a first responder team. They actually have a CONOPS manual. It's about that big. And it tells you in great detail when you arrive on a scene, a large area disaster scene, here's what you do. One of the first things they do is something called size up. Size up. And it involves all these things. So really, I'm just setting the scene for what my aerial canine needs to do. Once I get all that, I need to come up with some kind of control architecture that creates this partnership, this blending. I love this picture, don't you? my robot in my hand. Here is the spectrum of interactions that I can have. And I'm not going to read the slide, I don't believe in doing that, but throughout the conduct of the conduct, there'll be times when I would want the robot to on its own do things. There'll be times when I want the human to on its own do things, execute the conduct. There'll be times when the robot will ask the human to do things it can't do, and vice versa. And then there's this whole mixture of shared, traded, supervised, and fully autonomous reaction. I need a control architecture, one control architecture that'll help me capture all of this. That's almost impossible based on what we know about the non-space space, right? Don't you know, she's holding her arms like, I don't want to know this. And so based on that spectrum of shared control, I can pull out a command structure that I need to address. I might need to generate targets of interest. I might need to set state parameters. I might want to guide a team from here to there in the shortest time. All right? I might want to track and effluent or map a team. But this is my command structure, and I need to find a way for me and this dog to get along and do this thing seamlessly and efficiently. And so here's the architecture. It's called H-mode control. Now, I would love it if the H stood for public mode control, but it doesn't. This was developed by 2 guys at NASA, Ken Goodrich and Dave Fleming. Dave Fleming visited NASA as a postdoc, and he and Ken Goodrich came up with this architecture, and it's called H-mode because it mimics a horse and a rider. Now, listen to this. So, here's the problem. You have this horse. She knows that every Saturday morning at 10 o'clock, you bring her out to the stable and y'all get together. And you usually go down to the farm by that oak tree over on the right. She knows that. She has enough onboard intelligence and memory to do that. So you don't drive or steer a horse. You get on the horse. You go into a loose rein mode. And what do? You do this. And you're off. You're on your way to the farm by the oak tree on the right. As you're going, if she encounters an obstacle like a hedge or something that she's familiar with, she negotiates it. You don't need to do anything. There's enough onboard memory to negotiate obstacles. As you're moving along, if she comes to a fork in the road, she'll stop. What do? You go into attack lead mode and you do this. And she's off. On down, conducting the mission to go by that old oak tree down by the farm. And so here's a formal control architecture called H-mode control that allows for that. Okay? Situational awareness, real-time sensors, aware of its environment, interlude for trajectory control. This is all based on a state-space formulation. There is a human-robot interaction. Look, there's even a haptic interface because with a horse, you can tell things or you can give signals haptically. I think, I never owned a horse, but I think a horse can give you signals, right? They put ears up. They switch tails. I don't know. But that's all in here. And then there's a blender that I'm really interested in that somehow has algorithms to magically and seamlessly blend our abilities. So that when I do that, I can do it when it requires that. But it does that, it can do it when it requires that. And then it'll blend the two in here. So that as a team, we're much more effective. It has a tight leash mode. Because now instead of horse mode, I'm going to make it an aerial canine. I'm going to make it a dog. And so I have a tight leash mode that I need to worry about. And I have a loose leash mode. I need to worry about the blender. I need to worry about a trajectory generator for path planning. I need to do all this in the context of first responder in a large-scale disaster area. I love these diagrams. I'm going to talk to you about a tight leash and a loose leash mode. And I'm going to talk to you about my idea of it. I arrive on a disaster scene. This is my idea of a building that's got a little fire burning. These are first responder teams. And I'm beginning to execute my So we start from home, we lay down a grid, we have coordinates for everything on there, and then we issue a command. I can actually lay down an impedance mapping. It's like a blanket. Physically, picture a blanket laying over all the obstacles. And so as you approach an obstacle, an impedance map over the obstacle creates, as you approach it closer, it creates an impedance that makes it harder and harder, and you can use that to avoid obstacles. I can then have a pathway and an algorithm that allows me, once the targets of interest are identified by the human, to visit those targets. I can do it at minimum time, I can do it with minimum energy, etc. In this mode, I can begin to organize the scene and rake things up. I can execute some dog commands. I can touch the building, and I can issue the command search. And what will happen is, on my situational awareness screen, when I touch the building, a circle appears. And when I say search, the dog knows to go over to the building, point the camera at the center of the circle, and just traverse the circle. So I get a really good picture of what's going on. I can do it around vans, I can do it around fires, and then my team can begin to move. I can issue commands like track team 1. I can issue commands, I can share commands over to different teams. They can issue commands like come, here, stay. I can issue a survey command, which we just talked about. And I might have a drone hill to team 2, stand by. And so the aerial canine analogy actually makes sense in this thing. I can cover all those commands that I showed you in the spectrum this way. And so I set this impedance map over the target. Think of it as a little Gaussian bulb that I can put over things. And as I approach them, my algorithm generates resistance, so I want to go around and avoid them. I can invert that, and over charges like humans, I can invert that bulb, impedance bulb, and the resistance gets less and less as I move toward the target. And what it'll do is as the drone approaches stand, laying on the ground, it will center itself over. So it's like a source and a sink. I can put sources around the building, so you can do obstacle avoidance. I can put sinks over fields, targets of interest, and it'll pull them through it, and it'll stare at them. And so my potential field map can be excellent at avoiding targets and centering myself on targets of interest. My impedance maps can mimic self-preservation. I can put them over fire, and no matter how hard you push on the stick, it's not going to hear that fire. It'll just stand off. I can map out hazmat zones using my drone in a research and a survey. My point is, in this mode, with a simple bunch of canine commands, look what I've done. Of course, we're interested in autonomy. And so I can go into illusory mode. And in that mode, I turn everything over to the dog. And I actually take commands from the dog. And so I can talk about that mode too, because in my aerial canine architecture, there was a tight leash mode where I actually give commands, and I kind of walk you through that. And then there's illusory mode, where I'm spread out over a 20-mile area, and I don't know what to do. I'm waiting for this dog to do the survey, issue me some commands. And so we're going to talk a little bit about the aerial canine and full-time decomposed itself, and issuing commands to me. This is based on a real-life disaster area that happened in 2005. Destruction over 3,000 square miles, hundreds of thousands of people, probably damaged, injured, or killed. And so, large-scale disaster and multiple response teams. I think it's 5 response teams and 4 targets spread over huge areas. And you want the aerial canine to, on its own, survey, identify targets, and guide teams. And you want to do it quickly. You can't take all day, because the person will die. You can't have them climbing up mountains and jumping down hills, because they will die. And so, efficiency, time, and something called entropy is important. Here's what you need to know. At this point, when you go fully autonomous, you don't have any metrics, so we don't have any metrics today to quantify how well we are doing. We don't have any rigorous methods to assess whether this was the best path to get to this team, to get to these targets, or the worst. This is true. Is there a metric for path plans that talks about which path is best or worse based on your mission and conduct? The answer is no. I'm playing with you. Also, if the canine tells you, okay, here's your map, here's your path, here's your coordinates, you're going to rescue 2 babies underneath rubble, go. Would you do it? What if the vehicle is wrong? What if there's a canyon between you and the baby? So there has to be some degree of trust as well. Right now, trust and rigorous metrics of assessment, in most of the papers I see, it's just talk. But we're engineers. We need factors. We need mathematics. Okay? We need theorems, corollaries, and limits. We stand up. And so my attempt here is to try to come up with some way of quantifying this robot's performance when it goes loose leash mode. So in this mode, it's still human-robot interaction. I want to develop something rigorous to improve the team performance better than it would normally be. You know, imagine right now, what do you have? You got 5 teams spread all over the place. You have some walkie-talkies. You got some helicopter going somewhere. He's not quite sure what to do. It can take forever for you to get to the I want to do a lot more than just providing beautiful pictures of the situation. I actually want to de-fish, as I said, get these teams to where they want to be at minimum time with maximum safety, minimum effort. And it's one thing to say that, but I want a quantitative way of measuring so that I know if I'm doing it properly. Neglect tolerance is how much are you going to graphically control and do something. Again, it all falls back on trust. Right now, in my humble opinion, it's all ad hoc. There's no seamless symbiotic structure to push me in. So I've mapped the grid, I'm standing at the home location, I got the aerial canine, and I just let go. Alright? It goes up, it sends itself over the region of interest, and it takes an image. It could be EO, it could be IR. But that's the name. Next slide. I can combine regular EO with IR. Let's just say this is 25 square miles or 25 square miles, any way you want it. And then as a human, I'm best at looking at images and doing scene recognition. You know, people spend their whole career trying to get a robot to do a scene recognition. They have trouble with it. I was at Draper Lab. We spent years doing automatic target recognition, neural nets and all that. Here was a test example, and we never were able to pass it. A toy elephant. Here's the thing. I give it to my 3-year-old son. He knows the difference between the trunk and the tail. I pay a whole bunch of engineers to spend a lot of time doing neural nets, and I put it in their head, no idea where the front or back of the elephant is, and it never will. So frustrating. A 3-year-old can do it like that. You can't get a computer to do it. And so we don't allow the K9 to struggle with that. Just show us the scene, show us the image very quickly. We want to touch areas of interest. We might touch areas where we can see humans. We might touch areas where we want to stay away from. You know, there may be mountains there, there may be rivers there. We can quickly do this. That's fine. Using utility mapping, that's threshold mapping. Median filter for color reduction and identification of features based on size and contrast with human intervention. And now the goal of the K9 is to talk to the team, which are dispersed throughout the region. Get them to the targets of interest based on some metrics class. One of the metrics is with minimum energy. So I define a rigorous method on my own that's called the energy of the response. I can measure it in real time. Here's how it goes. It looks like Li is a straight line path length for each team. N is the total number of teams. Ci is an empirically developed collection factor. And initially we do a straight line path to a target, and then we can modify that parameter based on deviation. But the point is that I have quantified a rigorous way of weighting energy of the response. It's in the K9's mind. It can weight the energy of the response. If it chooses a path, it can assign a certain energy of the response to it. Next metric that it has. These are tools that constrain its path plan. Next thing is time of the response. I want to minimize energy of the response. I want to minimize time of the response. Parameters of interest and time. The rate at which each team works, that's important. So here's some preliminary training and learning. The time that the team makes, the average time the team may spend surveying a particular target. The total number of targets. Next. And then finally, we have something called the entropy of the response. It has the latest path plan based on need-free metrics. The entropy of the response is a measure of coverage. The more targets a team covers, the higher the entropy. So you may have 5 teams and you may have 10 targets. You got to assign a path to each one of those teams, and it's got to be weighted with these parameters. You might want for teams B and C to maximize entropy and minimize entropy for teams A and E. So with the rigorous methods that can be calculated, that can be used to weight the path that you plan. So we run the simulation. We have 4 teams and 5 targets. Okay? The start is a target. So here's one. Target of interest. I listed those people, structures, wires, etc. These are teams, team A, B, C, and D. I have my weighting metrics. So in this case, we're interested in the target about concentrate around a specific team. And so I issue and generate a path based on a least energy response. This is an automatic computer, and what you see here is that the K9 activates Team G and Team C to reach these, to visit these target states. The point is that it's an onboard algorithm. All the calculations of path generations are done on board in real time, and it directs the first responders. It is the same situation, but this time we wait the least time's response. We want the teams to get the targets of interest in the fastest time. The algorithm runs on board in real time and generates these paths for those teams. So the first was concentrated targets. These are widely scattered targets. This is an example of the path that's generated in the least energy response when targets are spread. All this is done on board in real time. And so I was just exploring whether it was even possible, and given all the things that I talked about that we were interested in, if it worked. And so, I was asked by somebody, look, Jim, generating these paths, it's very good to do that off course. Well, we came up with a nice team where we used an alphanumeric code to describe all possible paths for all teams. Guess what? There's over 100,000 of them. But we have a way of doing it and computing it in real time, and that's a technical paper that we just wrote. I don't have the time or the energy that they wore me out with these slash changes. But everything's done on board, everything's done in real time. So that's the good news. The bad news is, if a human-robot interaction, who's to say that because the robot says take these paths, it will happen? And so the next thing that has to be done is trust. You're not going to call a robot to anything unless you build trust. And here's what I want you to help me with. I haven't been able to figure out how to quantify it. I haven't been able to figure out how to measure it in real time. I haven't been able to fold that into my path planning weighting factor. In other words, concentrated targets, least energy response, maximum thrust response, separated objects, minimum trust response, maximum entropy response. Here's the patch. What is trust? I just was at Amherst Research Lab talking to neuroscientists and brain scientists. And if I said, what do you mean by trust? Oh, they're talking to me for a half hour. Nothing I can use. I need equations. I'm a nerd. I need a state-space representation. I need rules. I need something to program. You see what I'm talking? Any ideas? I'm going to trust. I'm going to trust you to come up with some ideas. I'm going to tell you 2 things, and I'm going to wrap up. And I want to tell you this personally motivated. You deal with robots every single day. They run your life. Try to find a banker. You can't. You got to talk to a machine. And you know what I hate? The machines actually talk back to you now. I don't have time for that. Robots and autonomy through robots are proliferating the entire society. Dan and I are going to be checking out of here in a couple of years. Before you. You before me? No, I'm before you. Don't try to go before me, guys. You're going to be left. There'll be robots everywhere. Next time you see the news, pay attention to this. National productivity increased this month by 30%. Unemployment increased this month by 10%.